Welcome, everyone. My name is Chelsea Moyer. I serve as the Assistant Vice Provost of our UMBC operations here at the Universities at Shady Grove in Rockville, Maryland. And you have joined us this evening for our UMBC Shady Grove MPS, Master Professional Studies in Biotechnology, current student and alumni panel. So we are so pleased to obviously have our visitors with us this evening, and so very thankful for some of our current students and recent alums who've joined us this evening to provide their perspective and background on their path in biotechnology and their experience in our biotechnology program here at UMBC Shady Grove. So without further ado, I am going to turn it over to Dr. Mark Shennerman, who again is our graduate program director of our biotechnology program. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Chelsea. As Chelsea said, my name is Mark Shennerman. I'm graduate program director for the Masters in Biotechnology program at UMBC. It's my great pleasure to be with you here tonight. And I first off want to thank all the students and graduates of our program for taking time out of their busy schedules to be here with us tonight and have this panel discussion. A little bit about myself. I've been graduate program director for this program for about the last 4 years at UMBC. Before that, I worked about 30 years in the biopharmaceutical industry. 27 of those years was at AstraZeneca. So I still have very strong connections to the local pharmaceutical industry, and hopefully some of those connections can help you find jobs when you go through the program. So let me share some slides that can help you understand different aspects about our program. First of all, one thing to keep in mind is that the area where the Shady Grove campus is located, which is in Rockville, Maryland, right here on this map, is really a hotbed of biotechnology. And the reason, there's a number of reasons for it, but basically one of the reasons is because of all the government agencies that are close by, including FDA, the National Institute of Standards, the NIH, as well as the NCI, which is located in Frederick, Maryland. And another reason why what's called the I-270 corridor here between Rockville and Frederick is a real hotspot for biotechnology is because of the academic institutions that are in the area. So other than University of Shady Grove, where UMBC has classes and a satellite campus, we obviously also have our main campus in Catonsville, closer to Baltimore. And then there are other great academic institutions, University of Maryland College Park, University of Maryland Baltimore City campus, Johns Hopkins University, all contribute to the wealth of knowledge and experience in biotechnology in this area. And that was a major attraction for some of the companies that are listed here on this slide. Some multinational large pharmaceutical companies like AstraZeneca and GSK, BioNTech, but many, many other smaller companies, as well as scientific instrument companies like Thermo Fisher. So these are all great job opportunities for you in the future if you pursue our program and gain the skills needed to be employed by some of these companies. So let me spend a little bit of time telling you about the program. We offer a Master of Professional Studies, which is 10 courses, total of 30 credits. But we also currently offer 2 certificates, one in Biotechnology Management, which is 4 courses, and one in Biochemical Regulatory Engineering, which is also 4 courses. Now, you can pursue the master's degree and also get a certificate if you wish, or you can just pursue the certificate alone. The MPS degree requires 6 core courses. And when you look at the courses in this list, you realize what distinguishes our program from other Master of Science programs in biotechnology, because the purpose of our program is really to help you gain the skills you need to be employed in the biopharmaceutical industry. So we teach you a number of diverse topics, including business of biotechnology, regulation of biopharmaceuticals, how to design experiments, but we also teach you something about what could be called softer skills, like how to be a manager, how to be a leader, how to communicate well with others in a group, and then legal and ethical issues in the industry, which these are courses that are not typically taught in a Master of Science program. Then in addition to that, you have to select 4 electives. And the electives can be anything that's of interest to you. Some of our students are interested in bioprocessing, so we offer some courses on bioprocessing. Many of our students are interested in quality control and quality assurance. And then some of our students are interested in regulation GMPs, so we offer several courses on that. And then we offer one course I want to point out, which is kind of unique in the country. We're one of very few universities that offer a course, Introduction to Clinical Trials, which is taught by 2 physicians. One of those was a former FDA physician. And then we also, just last year, started a new cell and gene therapy course. To gain the biotechnology management certificate, as I said before, it's 4 courses. And this certificate's relatively easy to get if you're pursuing the master's degree, because 3 of these courses are core courses required for the master's degree. The only new course you'd have to take is project management. Then you can also pursue a certificate in biochemical regulatory engineering. This is more of a focus on regulation and GMPs. If you're not interested in pursuing a degree or a certificate, it is possible to take our courses through the Institute of Extended Learning. So this would be a non-credit way of taking classes. If you're currently with a company and you're not sure whether you want to pursue a degree or not, this is a great option to just try out a course and see if it works for you. If it does, then we can apply that credit later on when you apply to the graduate school. And this just gives you an example of what the IXL website looks like. All of our courses are listed there, and they're available to take through IXL. Quickly, I just want to mention, I already said the cell and gene therapy is now a regular part of our curriculum. This coming fall, we're offering a special topics in analytical methodologies for biopharmaceuticals. We're in the process of trying to plan a mini boot camp that we did last summer on advanced flow cytometry skills. So it's likely we'll do this again this summer. And this spring semester, we're already offering a full semester lab and lecture course on advanced skills in flow cytometry, because this is a skill set that is in high demand right now in the Maryland area. Maryland is #2 in the country for cell therapy, and flow cytometry is an essential QC skill. This slide just shows you our industry connection. Really what employers are looking for are demonstrated competencies and skills, and they're also most often looking for degrees from universities, particularly in this case, master's degrees. The other thing to note here is Maryland this past year moved up to #3 in the country for top biopharmaceutical clusters. Last year they were #4. So there certainly is a growth potential in the area. And last few slides here, I just want to mention why our program is very good at getting our students jobs in the industry. First of all, we keep our courses very industry relevant. All of our instructors have extensive knowledge working in the industry. Most of our instructors have over 10 years experience in the industry. We offer great flexibility. Some of our courses are available online. Some are hybrid, and now most of our courses are in person because we believe that learning is much better in person. We are highly interactive no matter what format we use, but we do prefer the in-person format because it provides a better mechanism for having good discussion and presentations. We do a lot of work in small groups, and that's best done in in-person format. We do focus on building leadership skills because we think that's very important to being successful in the industry. And we provide you with lots of opportunity for networking. We do several networking events throughout the year, including our very popular Bio-Networking Summit. And we also do lunch and learns. So there's lots of opportunities to meet industry professionals that are local in the area and may have job openings. And this just shows you some recent jobs that students have, graduates have gotten. You can see AstraZeneca, NIH, Catalent, Kite. So lots of local jobs for our graduates. And then I think Chelsea will make these slides available, but we have a number of podcasts where you can find more information if you're interested. This is also on our website. If you do decide you would like to apply, these are the application deadlines. And lastly, this is contact information. So I'm going to end there. And what I'd like to go to now is allow the students to introduce themselves. Please tell us where you are in the program, if you're currently a student, or if you've graduated, what employment have you gotten? So let's first start with Rocio.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this panel. My name is Rocio Kersi, and I'm currently a student pursuing a biotechnology certification in biotechnology management. This is my third semester, and I will be graduating after that. So been finishing the 4 courses, as Dr. Chamberlain mentioned about the certification. I'm currently also working. I work and I study at the same time. So I currently serve as the Next Generation Sequencing Lab Manager and Assistant Director at Maryland Oncology and Hematology Lab.
Okay, thank you, Rocio. Next, let's go to Karen.
Hi, my name is Karen Brutus, and I'm currently a second semester student in the biotech program. And I am not currently employed. I'm actively searching for entry-level biotech roles right now.
Okay, and Karen, can you mention your background before you came to UMBC?
I came from Bowie State University. I took a general biology degree, and I knew I was interested in biotech around my last semester of attending Bowie, so I decided to come to UMBC. Because their program seemed, the courses and the overall program seemed like it fully encompassed what I needed to be prepared for the biotech industry.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Next would be Shashank.
Hello, everyone. My name is Shashank, and I'm currently pursuing master's in biotechnology. I also have the privilege of working as a graduate teaching assistant in the biotechnology department at UMBC. So I'll be graduating this May. So I have had the opportunity to collaborate closely with students and the faculty, gaining more valuable insights about the program. And I'm really excited to be here today to share my experience and answer any questions that you may have about the program. I look forward to the discussion, making this program unique and how it can help shape your career in this field.
Okay, thank you, Shashank. And our last panelist is Aditya.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aditya, and first of all, thank you, Dr. Sherman, Chelsea, and Chris for having me here today. I completed my MPS in Biotech program from UMBC last spring, and while I was studying, I also had the honor of serving as a graduate teaching assistant when I was studying at UMBC, and I'm now currently employed as an associate scientist at Millipore Sigma right here in Rockville. And I'm happy to be here today to share my experience and answer any questions that you might have about the program, about the faculty, or the university in general. Thank you.
Thank you, Aditya.
And Dr. Shennerman, we actually have one more panelist who squeezed in at the last minute, Obata. So I wanted to make sure they had an opportunity to introduce themselves as well.
Okay, go ahead, Obata.
Hello, I'm Obada Lamin. My background, I graduated as a chemical engineer back in Sudan. Then I moved to the US and I started working at AstraZeneca. At that time, I felt like I need more knowledge of the biopharmaceutical industry. And I had a colleague who was studying at the UMBC and doing the biotech MBS, and that's why I decided to join. And now I'm a process engineer, manufacturing process engineer too at Moderna.
Okay, thank you, Obata. So I have a few questions for the panelists. First of all, can you tell me a little bit about what motivated you to join the biotechnology program at UMBC at Shady Grove? And as you think about your experience in the biotechnology program, which aspects of the program do you think were most valuable to you and why? We can go in any order, I guess, if anyone wants to go first. Otherwise, I'll call on people.
I can volunteer.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I will say that during a biotechnology summit meeting that I was invited at something that Dr. Shennerman mentioned earlier, I had the opportunity to attend actually his presentation on the graduate program and certification. One of the two offered certificates was in biotechnology management and the other one in biochemical regulatory engineering. I found biotechnology management to be the perfect fit for my career. It aligned with my management role at the University of Maryland because I was working at that time. And it complemented and regulated whatever I was doing. But right now, what I'm doing at MOH, that is Maryland Oncology and Hematology. The programs, courses in leadership, ethics, business principle, and project management practically have equipped me to effectively lead teams, manage projects, and ensure regulatory compliance in running the next generation sequencing lab that I'm currently doing. Moreover, the focus of project management and strategic thinking has helped me to plan any workflows, optimize resources, and meet deadlines effectively. While emphasizing management principles, the certificate also bridges the gap between technical expertise and administrative goals. The training that I actually doing right now at UMBC has strengthened my communication skills, which are invaluable for stakeholder coordinations, presenting findings, and ensuring smooth lab operations.
Oh, thank you, Rocio. Anyone else want to tackle that question?
I can go next, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Aditya.
Yeah. So to answer Dr. Sherman's first question, what made me join the program? So initially, when I was looking to enroll in master's program, one of the criteria that I had decided was I did not want to go for a traditional MS program because I felt like I needed to develop some soft skills if I was going to be working in the industry, and I wanted to do that while I stayed relevant to life sciences. So this MPS program provided a good balance between whatever I was looking for. It actually handled all the technical aspects and also the soft skills. So that was one of the biggest reasons that I joined this program. And I think the other reason was it was mentioned in one of Dr. Sherman's slides today that where this campus is actually located. So as you guys saw in the slide, the campus is basically surrounded by all the biotech companies. Pretty big biotech companies, big pharmas, and I felt like it would be a lot easier to network staying in this area instead of studying in a campus where there are not a lot of biotech companies around. And now that I'm done with the program, I guess my biggest takeaway from the program would be the guest faculties. I think this program was unique in a way that we had a lot of guest lecturers coming in from maybe the FDA or even AstraZeneca and companies like that. And the guest lecturers who came in, they were pretty established already. Like Dr. Sherman mentioned, they were very experienced. And that made it really easy to connect with and also also listen to their expertise while they gave the lecture, and also contacting them, reaching out to them if we had any doubts later. So that was the biggest takeaway from the program for me. Thanks.
Thank you, Aditya. Karen or Shashank, wanna?
I can go next.
Okay.
So as I mentioned before, I applied to UMBC, and I was looking at it within my final semester of undergrad at Bowie State. I had recently done some undergrad research at Bowie, and doing that research in the lab, plus my mentor explaining to me what the biotechnology field was kind of my gateway into figuring out what biotech was, because previously I've never heard of it. After I decided to pursue this career field, I started searching for schools. I found UMBC's program, and what immediately stood out to me was the small class sizes that allowed you to closely interact with professors, get your questions answered, and to the courses offered by the program that cover a wide range of the biotech field. I found this program to be really valuable because of those two main reasons. I also specifically enjoyed having speakers that are currently in the biotech industry, and they would come to our classroom and give lectures on their area of expertise. This provides accurate and up-to-date knowledge on what's currently happening in the industry, and otherwise it would be hard to acquire that knowledge just from reading a textbook or just going to regular class lectures. Along with receiving the speaker's contact information, they allowed us to ask questions, whether it was personal or just about the lecture they had in class. And this aspect of the program has been helping me narrow down what parts of biotechnology I found interesting to pursue as a career. For example, based on the past lectures and past guests that have come to the classroom, I've realized I enjoy upstream processing more because it requires researching and performing trials to develop the product in the lab versus downstream process, where the product is like more focused on finding the quality of the product and safely packaging it. So overall, I mainly found just having access to people that are already in the industry very valuable, and knowing that I can like directly contact them if I have any need for questions or help.
Thank you, Karen. Shashank?
So I come from a research background. I have background in molecular biology. So I was looking for a program that would provide me a solid first step into the industry. That's when I discovered that the MPS in biotechnology, the UMBC Shady group. And I realized it was a perfect fit. The program offered a great balance between the technical knowledge and the practical industrial experience. Like what Aditya mentioned, we have many guest speakers throughout the course who just like shared their experience with us. And reflecting on my experience, several aspects of this program have been particularly valuable, like the course, like development regulations of biopharmaceuticals, quality assurance, quality control, management, leadership, and communications and clinical trials have been critical in helping me gain a deeper understanding of the entire drug development process. The course has not only helped me understand the regulatory requirements and the quality standards, but also taught me how to lead a team effectively within the biotechnology industry. And one key aspect is like having different networking events and at the same time, different mentorship programs. And all these skills have been essential as I work towards my goal of moving into a biopharmaceutical industry.
Thank you, Shashank.
Thank you so much.
Obadiah, do you want to say anything about these questions?
Yes. When I moved here to the US, I was working as a process engineer, but it was just as for generic pharmaceutical. And at that time, we did not have like biotech back home. So when I moved here to the US and I joined AstraZeneca, which is like one of the top leading biotech pharmaceuticals. And at that time, I wanted to know more and about biotech. I had like I talked to Professor Irina Ramos and one of my colleagues, which was like already in doing the MPS, and she told me that this is like this would be a very good course, and she's been there. As my colleagues says that she told me that we have like those people from the industry come and do presentations, and then I was excited to join, and I applied like after 4 months is when I joined AZ. So as for like what this program like helped me for is just right now I understand the whole like drug development process, and I had like a lot multiple contacts and networking from the lecture that they were presenting, like from the FDA, whether they're in biotech companies. And moreover, it's just that they presented like live cases, which helped me a lot in my career right now. And after finishing my degree, I was able to be promoted to a process engineer too.
Okay, thank you. Now, some of you mentioned that you're working part-time or full-time while you're taking some of the coursework in the MPS program. How are you able to balance your schoolwork, your professional life, and your personal life? How have you been able to overcome those challenges?
I can actually start with that. Is it possible? So yes, balancing graduate school, professional responsibilities, and personal life actually requires a strong time management skills. As a wife and a mother of teenager twin girls whose school activities often demand significant attention from us, I have found that carefully structuring my day is essential. My day begins at 5 a.m. when I dedicate 1 hour to studying before preparing breakfast for my family and getting everybody ready for the day. Then I drop my daughters to school and I head to work. My husband and I coordinate our schedules during the week, taking turns driving our daughters to their after-school activities in the evenings. And in the evenings, also, I devote 1.5 hours to completing school assignments or studying something that I need to study before going to bed. Weekends are another opportunity to strike balance between academics and personal life. I carve out time to studying while ensuring I'm present to my family and also friends at the same time. These habits exemplify the importance of time management because it enables me to maintain focus, prioritize effectively, and meet the demands of my personal, professional, and academic roles. My strategically plan each day that I really have to do it precisely allows me to make that balance of responsibilities without feeling overwhelmed. That is really important, not to start feeling asphyxiated. And I remain committed to my goals without compromising my family or professional studies or duties.
Thank you, Rocio. And I should mention for the benefit of those listening in that all of our classes are held in the evening. They're 6 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. So it is possible to hold a daytime job, although it certainly, as Rocio just mentioned, it is a challenge. So we've had many successful students who have met those challenges. Anyone else in the panel want to say anything about working at the same time while taking classes? I wonder if anyone on the panel would like to reflect on your experience while you've been at UMBC Shady Grove, whether there were any pivotal moments or experiences that shifted or enhanced your thinking, perspective, or goals in personally groundbreaking or new ways. If so, can you provide some examples and context for those?
I can go ahead with this. So it's like when I've started working as a graduate teaching assistant, the one experience that I had was while I was navigating through the course, it allowed me to mentor other students which shifted my goals towards not only being in the industry or involved in the research, but also contributing to the education and the mentorship program. And I've realized that it feels better, like when you help someone or guide someone through a process. That experience is, I just can't express in words. It's really wonderful. I realized that I wanted to combine both my industrial aspirations with a focus of mentorship and guiding others in biotechnology, which wasn't something I initially considered when I began the program.
Thank you, Shashank. Anyone else want to share some groundbreaking experiences they had during coursework?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Not necessarily in coursework, but within the first semester that I attended here, there was a conference that I attended where a few members of the FDA and other facilities came to share their research. And this experience was very valuable to me because I had an interest in working in biotech, specifically in the government sector. So it was kind of like seeing myself in the future and what I could be doing down the road later on. This experience gave me inspiration as a student just joining the program to enjoy the process of obtaining my degree while learning the necessary projects or the necessary topics I need to excel in biotech in my career for later on.
Thank you, Karen. Anyone else want to share experiences in the program?
I can go next. So my experience isn't exactly related to coursework either, but I just saw how approachable everyone in the program and even the guest lecturers were, and like even the faculty and anyone who I wanted to talk to, they were very approachable and very kind. And the guest lecturers, whenever they came in, they had this unique passion for teaching, which I had never seen before. And looking at that, I was not only awestruck, but it also kind of set a benchmark in my head that I would also like to be like this someday. And I would also like to be in the industry and come back to teach people and be approachable and help people out whenever they need. So that is one thing that I found groundbreaking.
Thank you, Aditya. Anyone else want to share anything else?
Yeah, I can go next. So one of the things that really for me was groundbreaking that I was able to send my resume over to one of the lecturer and speakers, and they really helped me on working on my resume and getting after that I started getting more interviews.
Okay, great, thank you. And I just want to share one experience myself, which was I've been teaching courses in this program for 4 years. This past semester, when I taught BTech 660 course, we have many FDA speakers that come in for that course. But we had one FDA speaker in particular who was just so thrilled to be in the class, and she was very excited with all the questions the students were asking. So I appreciate the students making the comments about the guest speakers. The guest speakers love coming and interacting with you students. And we're very fortunate to be located close to the FDA. So we do get quite a few FDA speakers. Okay. Next question. What kind of recommendations or tips might you have to share with students who are considering pursuing this master's degree in biotechnology?
I can go.
Yep.
I could say I wish I had discovered the biotechnology certification at UMBC Shady. I'm talking about certification. I don't know if I mentioned, I already have a PhD in molecular biology, but I really have a wonderful experience here that even crossed to my mind to get a master's degree in biotechnology. But I guess I can continue with the certifications. I will say that I wish I could have known this earlier. It would have provided me with the confidence and foundational skills to pursue roles with great responsibility, like managerial positions, much sooner in my career. However, I firmly believe that it's never too late to continue growing professional and striving for your goals, right? No matter how many degrees you have or how old you are. I can say that for students considering a Master of Professional Studies degrees in biotechnology, I encourage them to explore the certification programs as well, such as the Biotechnology Management and Biotechnology Regulatory Engineering. These programs offer tailored courses that will prepare students with essential skills in leadership, project management, ethical decision making, and business principles. Give you the soft skills that maybe you need. Those are tools that are invaluable in advancing your career in biotechnology field. That's my advice.
Thank you, Rocio. Anyone else like to share advice?
Go. I accept what Rosia said. I just want to add another point that I would also encourage students to take advantage of the networking opportunities offered by the program. UMBC Shady crew has strong connections with professionals in the biotechnology industry. So attending events, connecting with the faculty and alumni, and engaging with your peers can really enhance your experience, not just your learning experience. At the same time, you'll get an opportunity to learn different even after graduation. Networking will not only help you during your studies, but also in your job search after your graduation. I guess these days networking is really important.
Thank you, Shashank.
I just want to reiterate what Shashank mentioned, and my advice to everyone enrolling this program would be to not take this just as a learning opportunity, but also to take it as a networking opportunity, because everyone who comes in this program as a student or a faculty is really friendly. And if you can network and have these connections, it would help you, or it would go a long way in helping you in your career, because it's a small world. It never hurts to have good connections everywhere, because you don't know when you will be of help to someone or when someone else can help you. So I guess that would be my advice, to also take this as a networking opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, Aditya. Anyone else want to offer any advice?
So I want to relay what my colleague said about networking. It's very important. And as for me, I work at AstraZeneca. Meanwhile, also I had Professor Irina Ramos, which is at that time was a professor for downstream. And I had a colleague, so it's a very small world, as my colleague said. And also I can say that I have acquired MPS. In addition to that, I also acquired a certificate in biotech management. So it's not that hard to be able to acquire both MPS and a certificate.
Okay, thank you. All right, I think at this point we would open it up to any other questions from anyone else attending. I did see there was one question in the chat, so let me go to that. Alexandra says she has a background in pharmacy and works in clinical research as a data manager. Would Masters in Biotechnology be a good fit? What positions could I pursue? Okay, so it's a great question. Yes, we've had many people come through the program that have a background in pharmacy and some in clinical research as well. As I outlined in the introduction, we do have a course on Introduction to Clinical Trials that's taught by 2 physicians. So it's quite a detailed, excellent overview of clinical trials. What types of positions could you go into? It's really up to you what you'd like to pursue. With a background like yours, if you wanted to continue to pursue clinical trials, probably a project management role would make the most sense. But you can really go in any direction. You have to look at what the career paths are that are available to you, and then decide what is most interesting to you. Did I answer the question?
Hi, my name's Annalisa. I'm currently a 3rd year of my BS degree for Translational Life Science Technology, and I was wondering if the alumni have had any useful internship experiences or hand-on experiences that really benefited their career towards biotechnology?
So I personally did not do any internships before I graduated, but I knew a lot of my batchmates who did. A lot of my batchmates, given the proximity of our campus here, were able to intern at companies like AstraZeneca, BioNTech, Millipore Sigma, and a lot of them were able to convert their internship roles into full-time roles. And so the speakers and the faculties who come into this program, they have a good network with people in the industry or even at NIH or academia. And I feel like that puts you in a good position to land some good internships.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Anisha. And let me just add to that, some of our students express an interest in doing lab research. I usually recommend that they take a look at the IBBR, which is the National Institute of Standards and Technologies Research Institute, which is located right next to the USG campus. And they have been very generous in the past in offering internships to our students. So take a look at the faculty interests at IBBR, and then you can directly contact those faculty, and often they have internship openings.
I will advise also to go to the Biotech Summit. You can actually network there, and Dr. Shimmerman, he can talk more about it. It's a great opportunity for networking. And that was a way that I learned about this program, actually, about the certification, because I attended one time.
Yes, thank you, Gracia. Any other questions?
Yes. Hi, good evening. Sorry, I came in a little late and I have a question. I don't know if you went over this. I have attended the program information session before. So I understand what the program is about, and that's why I'm really interested. I was not able to join last year, but I may actually start this fall. My question is about the hours for the classes. I don't think that was very clear last time what the schedule was, because most of us are like working. I actually work close to the campus, so I was thinking maybe, if there are classes, evening classes that I can attend, it would be close to me to go there, or if they're online as well, it will be very convenient.
Yes, all of our classes are held in the evening. They're 6 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Some of our classes are online, but most of our classes are in person.
Okay. And the schedule varies depending on the course that you're taking, I believe?
Yes, so the format of the course will depend on which course you're taking. And sometimes the format changes by semester as well. So for example, BTech 675 is one semester it's taught online only, the other semester it's in person. So some courses are hybrid, so they may have some online classes and some in-person classes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep,
You
sure.
will really learn the first day of the class. Also, every professor present a very explanatory syllabus, and then if it's the hybrid, so the professor will list what are the dates that you have to go in person, or what are the days that he will offer the class online. So they are really, really very organized, and the schedule is very appropriate. I'm telling you, I'm actually working, and as a mother too, I already mentioned I'm very busy, but the schedule here that you can get at UMBC Shady Grove is amazing. It's really, you can fit your schedule very well.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
and let me just add that it's hugely beneficial to take these classes in person. First of all, lots of data indicates that learning in person is much more effective than learning online. But the big benefit of learning in person is you get to meet these people from industry directly, network with them, and some of our students mentioned that they've even exchanged emails with some of our guest speakers. So.
That's great. That was actually one of the reasons why I was very interested in this program, because compared to other programs, they are either fully asynchronous or they are online. And, I feel like I took the TLST program at UMBC Shady Grove as well, and it was in person, and I learned a lot from that. And I love talking to the professors, sharing, my ideas, and also hearing from them. And especially when it comes to professors who are either industry-based or they know the academic. So it's always good to have that guidance as well. So yeah, there were other programs that were fully asynchronous, and I did not really want to be in one of those.
Right. Yeah.
I would also like to add a point, like all the professors, whoever are delivering the lectures, are considerate and very understanding. So in case of emergency, if you miss a class, they permit you to attend online, or there is always a recording available where you can just go refer to it, and you can always reach out to them anytime if you have any questions as well.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, we have a question in the chat. Currently a QA analyst at a biopharma company in Baltimore, considering this master's program to further my career in QA, possibly go into regulatory compliance. Do you think this would be a good route for me, or other suggestions? So we do, certainly as a part of our curriculum, we have an extensive coverage of quality assurance. We have an entire course that's on QC and QA. It's one of our elective courses. The course that I teach is Development and Regulation of Biopharmaceuticals, and a large part of that course has to do with understanding FDA and global regulations for pharmaceuticals. So yes, I think with your background, you could definitely benefit from our program. It would probably expand your horizons a little bit from what you're currently doing in your current job, give you a broader perspective and view on the industry, and that would probably help you in your future career searches.
So I would like to add to that I currently work closely with QA, and because of the MPS, and the classes we had, it's that now I fully able to understand the regulatory side, and I'm able to comfortably talk with QA about anything about regulatory things and or GMP codes, and that's one of the things that I really like, that this course taught me a lot of things that and made me aware of those aspects.
Okay. Thank you, Ubada. Okay, if there are no other questions, Chelsea, are we going to be able to make the slides available to the people that attended? Okay, great.
Yeah, and we do have a copy of the recording as well, Dr. Shennerman. So everyone who attended this evening will receive a copy of the recording and the PowerPoint deck. And those who registered and weren't able to attend will also receive that information.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you all for attending tonight. I would certainly want to extend a tremendous note of gratitude to the students and graduates of our program who took time out from their busy schedules to be here with us tonight and share their experiences. And thank you all for attending. Hopefully you learned something about the program, and hopefully you'll apply.
One additional note I will put out there that my colleague Chris and I are here to help support Dr. Shennerman and team with your application and admissions process. So I'm going to ask Chris to kindly place our general administrative email in the chat. So if you have any questions about the application, accompanying materials you would need to send as part of that application, deadlines, any questions, both Chris and myself are happy to help support along with Dr. Shennerman as well. So Chris kindly placed the email in chat. It's professional programs at umbc.edu. Chris keeps a close eye on that email. I'm looped in as well. So again, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're happy to support. So thank you all for your time. Enjoy.
One other quick comment before we close. Annalisa mentioned she's in the TLST program. So just to bring it to your attention, Annalisa, that you can take MPS program courses in the accelerated program before you've graduated TLST, and you would get graduate and undergraduate credit for that course. So you might want to think about looking into that.
Yeah, I think I did see something like that, an accelerated program for undergrads.
Yes.
Thank you.
And Annalisa, we'll be offering an information session virtually similar to this, but specifically on the accelerated program option on Wednesday, April 9th at noon. So you should be receiving information about that event shortly, any of our current undergraduate UMBC students. So I'd encourage you to attend because, as Dr. Shennerman noted, it's a great way to kind of get your feet wet, save some time, some money, because all of those credits will ultimately apply to the MPS degree in the end.
All right. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. I think that's it then. Thank you all. Pleasure talking with you, and I hope to see your application soon.
Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.